Hi guys, welcome back to another P3D version 5 video. We are today flying for Fly UK, one of the virtual airlines that I'm part of, and we are gonna be flying to Heathrow from Manchester. And yeah, what else? Not too much. I've returned back to the old non-volumetric clouds. I always like to switch, and I'm pretty happy now being back, even though it does affect the FPS a bit. Not as much though, as I noticed the fact that I used the PGL files for the airlines did, so that was the biggest culprit. I think I need to go and fix there some things, having them all spawn in when I go to 100%. But yeah, oh yeah, sorry, no, they are all spawning in even if I'm not at 100%. That was the issue with the BGL files, so that's why I recommend AIG and then the insertion option, so AIG traffic controller, very good. Or to use the ultimate traffic live, that has the same logic. But yeah, we're just doing a quick walk around. We are flying with the CFM engines. I do prefer the other options, the IAE, but it's not too big of a difference, to be honest. Everything is looking pretty good, apart from that there's no doors open. We'll go here below, watch our head, and we need to open a lot of the cargo doors, etc. But generally it's looking good. It's a very fine model, not as nice as, for example, the PMDG 737, but it's definitely the best Airbus in terms of visual that you can get in P3D, I would say. It's definitely better than the Aerosoft one. But that's just my qualified or unqualified opinion. But yeah, let's jump in and get started. I'm just gonna check that my viewpoints are set up. Also gonna add some nice outside viewpoint. These are all looking pretty good though. So we can just keep it, I think, on this one. We're not gonna use the iPad today because I haven't charged it. So we won't be able to use that for the FMC. Or at least I don't think I've charged it. Let's have a look. Yeah, no energy. So we'll use what we have instead. We don't have any GPUs, we can request that. We're not yet starting boarding, but we'll start soon enough. We can do some things first though. The batteries, get those running. Nav lights. Strobe to auto. No smoking, arm emergency. Ground control. Maybe we need the GPU for that, but it's about to connect, so that's nice. And once it connects, we'll be able to select it here as well. At least that's the hope. Maybe you need to put it here as well in terms of the connection. Yeah. Okay, we can do these pumps, then these, then these to nav, and we can keep that hidden. Backflow low should be sufficient. We can brighten up the FMCs. And while we wait for that, or actually we don't need to wait for anything, we can brighten these up. I think we're in kilos, so that's good because we're flying for Fly UK. So we need to have it in kilos because we get all our sim brief information in kilos. What we can do is go to the AOC menu, the init, we'll request the advisory. Also wait for that. I'm also gonna load everything into our pilot to the C. And actually one thing I need to check is if the voices are working, because I've had issues with that.
This is Microsoft near jaw. This is Microsoft near jaw. I will be one of your random voices.
Yeah, still not working. Okay, so with that in mind, what I need to do is I just quickly need to reinstall the voices. It's very annoying having to do this. I thought they had like a fix for it, but I haven't been able to. Okay, now we should have all the right voices. So we can just do another try.
This is Microsoft Mirza. I will be one of your random voices.
That sounds better. And let me see if I can find the settings for this. No. I need to have a look into that so I don't need to reinstall the voices every time I'm gonna fly. Very annoying. But okay, at least we have it working for the time being. We're gonna put in Fly UK as our airline. 4003 is our call sign. We'll import the flight plan, and I'm gonna show you the pilot TDC very quickly. As you can see, a very short route, but it's gonna be a fun one to fly, just because it is short. Don't have enough time to fly longer ones. Too much at work. Fall is soon upon us, and everything's kind of kick-starting. Yeah, cruise altitude looks correct. The suggested routes look correct. Yeah, that looks correct in terms of a star. Approach will be 27 left. So ILS 27 left. We're coming in through Hon, which ends up at BNN. So we can load that approach. We can activate that approach just to make sure it does look right, and it does. So we're gonna fly relatively close to the London City Airport. I still need to buy the new one for P3D where you have the extended taxi way. So cool that they have one of these this centrally. Are these A320s maybe? Looks like it, or maybe Embraers. But yeah, we're gonna be coming in here, landing at 27 left, and then I guess we'll park somewhere. The one that's closest. Okay, we can validate, we can file, and we'll have the co-pilot auto-tune the radio. Hopefully it will work, but we'll know soon enough. Okay, whilst we connect, we can just make sure that this one is
14 knots.
correct.
6 miles. Skies clear. Temperature 21.
Let's just switch from the 80s for now. We'll do the online flight plan data. We'll send it. It all looks correct. Yeah, it's in kilos, right? So that's why it looks low.
Are you ready for departure?
We're supposed to be at 4-4, yeah. So now we're just waiting for, let's ask for departure 8 this as well. No information. I don't know about this departure 8 this. I'm getting I'm never getting any information from it. So strange. Yeah, okay, that sucks. Load sheet, we got that. Takeoff weight 59. That looks correct. So nothing to complain about. We can accept it. Now we can go to boarding. Now we can request to board now. It's supposed to be 147 packs. We are not gonna put that many into our pack X. Just because it's gonna take too long. Just putting in some random numbers so we get it started. We'll do like 80. We do have Wi-Fi. No crew needed. And let's have a look. Yeah, pack X. We wanna do the boarding music. I think we should have all of that. And then the safety, also Fly UK male. I think they have two versions, right? The male and the female one. I thought the male one was better. I think it's a newer version. Okay, we have the music, etc. Still the bug with these goddamn textures, super annoying. But okay, we are. Oh, and look at that, Jet 2 Holidays. What's the song, right? The one by that British artist. What's her name? Glyn, something like that, right? Can't. Jessie Glyn, something. Yeah. Jet 2 Holiday. Very good marketing, I must say. Since even I am thinking of it. Okay, boarding is in progress. We have opened up these cargo doors, but the main ones haven't opened up yet. And here it does say that we have Wi-Fi, but not sure if it's free. Free Wi-Fi, yeah, that's what it's saying. Okay, free Wi-Fi for the people. So, what else do we need to do? We need to go back to the menu. We'll put this one on flight for the flight plan. So we're not gonna really be using that. We haven't updated our nav database for a while, but that's fine. Let's actually listen a bit quickly to the 80s.
6 miles. Skies clear. Temperature 21 dew point 9. Current altimeter is 2965. Arriving and departing runway 23 left to 3 right.
Manchester Airport information Foxtrot. 520
104.
local winds are 250 at 14 knots. Visibility 6 miles. Skies clear.
Okay, we don't have to listen to that. We can just put these in ourselves. At least for the time being. And then let's try and think what's gonna be most efficient, but I guess it would be to make sure we get the IFR clearance. Fly Skyways 4003, ready to copy, IFR clearance.
Skyways 4003 is cleared to Echo Golf Lima Lima, fly the San 1 Yankee departure with the Samba transition.
23 left,
Departure runway 23 left.
standby 1,
Level 090 via the departure. Expect higher
and then
clearances 2
on.
minutes after departure.
Let's
Manchester
assume we
radar
get the right
Delta
one, Hon 1, 27 left,
Squawk 60
with the star.
Skyways 4003 is cleared to Echo Golf Lima Lima, fly the San 1 Yankee departure with the Samba transition, then is filed. Climb to flight
Via
level 090
BNN.
via the departure.
So now we
Expect
shouldn't
higher
have
clearances
any
2 minutes after departure.
discontinuities, so this
Manchester
can be a
radar
complete
director on 121.35.
autopiloted
Squawk
flight.
6021.
for better or worse.
Skyways 4003, read back correct. QNH is 1004. Let us know when you're ready
We're
for
supposed to climb to flight level 0,
QNH
Niners
is
0.
1004 Skyways 4003.
And then our squawk was 6021. Gonna put that on, but I'll keep it as is for now before we put it on TARA. One thing we should check. Make sure those are working. And then let's see. We should probably listen to the 80s just to confirm our numbers
Clear.
here.
Temperature 21 dew point 9. Current QNH is 1004. Arriving and departing runway to 3 left to 3 right.
Manchester Airport information Foxtrot. 520 local winds are 250 at 14 knots.
250
Visibility
14
6
knots.
miles. Skies clear. Temperature 21. Dew point
Aircon
9.
on.
Current QNH is 1004.
Yeah, all this looks correct. So let's
Arriving and
calculate.
departing runway 23 left, 23 right.
Now we have the info, so that's good. I'm just gonna go
Manchester
open a
Airport
window. It's a bit
information
warm. I'll
Foxtrot.
be right back.
520 local winds are 250 at 14 knots. Visibility 6 miles. Skies clear. Temperature 21. Dew point 9. Current QNH is 1004. Arriving and departing runway 23 left, 23 right. Manchester Airport information Foxtrot. 520 local winds are 250 at 14 knots. Visibility 6 miles. Skies clear. Temperature 21. Dew
Okay,
point 9.
let's switch from the 80s so you don't have to listen to that. I'm gonna open this as a 2D one just to speed up the process. We'll check the init one, make sure it aligns. 0 fuel weight, that's a good one. What's our 0 fuel weight? 55.2. And our CG 31.1. Our block fuel is 4.4. Our trip wind is gonna be coming in from heading 228. Actually, let me put it 228. There we go. And then we need to go to the performance sheet just to put in the data we calculated on the takeoff one. So 1, 3, 4. 1, 3, 4. 1, 3, 7. Flaps 3. 0.5 down. Or is it down 0.5, right? Flex to temp 67. Okay. So we basically set up everything ish correctly. Now the question is, what about the airport itself? We don't have that now, but I'll have it soon enough because I'm pretty sure I have charts for EGLL. Yeah, I do. So now we just need to find the right place to put them. So FSLabs EFB. I think it's the file system, and then we can copy paste it in. Then we can go to manuals. And there we go, EGLL. And this one is really handy and nice to use because you have the hand tool as well. So we can go down, find our air or our approach.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah, the police have to come up, go to ready for the pilot. Roger, got the Gorman 9 and decimal 230. 1920, please, over.
We have it. Sorry, just got an email. Needed to quickly respond to that, but now I am somewhat back. So ILS to runway 27 left. We have that. I think this is updated numbers. We will know soon enough. One thing we can start is start up is the APU actually. Let's have a look. Are we still having the boarding? Can't be many packs that are left. I think the cargo has already gotten on board, so now it's, well, maybe that's already done as well now. Yeah, boarding completed. Flap open, we'll start that.
Goedemorgen, dit is Canon 495, Delta 54, we are full steady. This is Canon 495, pushback is set up approved. Push that approved, 495.
And then what we can do is check the connections once. Should probably close those and get ready for pushback. But yeah, overall we are looking good. Let's see, APU is available. We can do the APU bleed. We can remove the external power with the seatbelt signs to on. We'll I think we can disconnect, or does it? No, it doesn't work. We need to do it like this. I think that will mean, yeah, there's GSX coming to pick it up, so we can get rid of it. The GPU, we can put these to the right setting. Constraints on, and then what else? Yeah, we need to ask for a pushback, but we need the GPU to be gone first. I think this guy is gonna remove it for us. Skyways 4003, ready for pushback.
Skyways 4003 pushback approved.
Pushback approved Skyways 4003.
Pushback
We're on your time now.
approved. Skyways 4003. Let me see. Locked. We wanna lock that. The video doesn't work because I never bothered updating that.
Now closed. We ask that you make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your larger devices are
Yeah, now that's disconnected, so that's good.
Verify flow inside across the left. Your tray tables and seat belts must be in the full upright line so you can depart. Cabin crew, prepare doors for departure. Cross-check, verify
Let's
straps,
request
and light bulbs.
pushback. Hopefully that means that these stairs are gonna leave us. Good. A cars, nothing new. Preliminary compliance with no. So maybe this is like the real load sheet packs 1, 2, 2. Some deviances, I think, from what it showed we were gonna have based on the SimBrief profile. Okay, bypass pin inserted. So we're gonna be pushed back. I'm just gonna check quickly that the fly UK Skytrack, yeah, it does seem to be recording as it should. We are gonna start the beacon and then start the engines. We can keep this viewpoint now, looks a bit nicer. We can anything else we should do? We should have, of course, checked the oxygen masks, but those are fine. We can check the windows are locked. We have the red one, yeah. That is good. And then what else? We are probably gonna wanna do nose left, but let's check. Skyways 4003 are ready to taxi. I'll let the pilot TDC decide for us. Based on there, yeah, we're gonna do left.
Skyways 4003 taxi to runway 23 left via
All
taxiway
engines
2
cleared.
Foxtrot,
Start at
Kilo,
will.
Papa, Delta Zulu, Tango,
Ignition
hold
start.
short runways 23 right, 23
Beacon lights.
Taxi to runway 23 left via
Think they are
taxiways
on.
Juliet Echo, Foxtrot, Kilo, Papa, Delta Zulu, Tango, hold short runways 23 right, 23 left.
Can we
Skyways
see them flashing?
4003.
Yeah, we can. We'll start engine 2.
Direct your attention to the
Even though that's wrong, I'm too used to starting engine 2, it should be engine 1. This guy always sounds so cheery when he's welcoming the passengers on board. Nothing up here. So it's starting to spool up. That's nice.
When it is on, you must fasten your seatbelt. We'll provide extension seatbelts for infants. We suggest you keep your seatbelt fastened and visible.
We can start the first one.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
How do they want us to... They want us to turn somehow. We will have to turn right. This ain't gonna work. It will be very hard otherwise.
Only inflate your life jacket when you leave the aircraft. We will supply life cots for babies and life jackets for children. In the unlikely event of the aircraft having to make an emergency landing, you will need to take the protective brace position when you hear brace, brace, brace. We will now explain how to leave the aircraft in an emergency. Move quickly to the closest usable exit, taking nothing with you.
Brace, brace, brace.
As they near the evacuation slide. Emergency lighting, including floor level lighting.
Okay, we'll confirm that it's all good.
We have a good engine start. You can disconnect. Unlock your gear. Exits at the rear of the aircraft and two at the front of each cabin section. Your crew will now point
We know our taxi route is basically just gonna be straight, then one right turn, then one left turn.
in the direction of the red arrow. Opening the doors
Yeah,
automatically
that makes
inflates
sense.
the evacuation slide. The slides can also be inflated by pulling the red cord.
I'm gonna Set the flaps, arm the speed brake, check if they have, they haven't yet disconnected, but they are doing that right now. Okay, shut the APU bleed and the APU itself, turn that to normal, check that the flight controls are reacting, and they do seem to do so. Yeah, that's good news. We want to be down 0.5. And then what else we want to do taxi lights and runway turn off lights. Can keep it on low pack flow. Ah, okay, let's do normal. It's not gonna make too much of a difference. We're very light anyway. And yeah, I think we're ready. Let's release the parking brakes, add a bit of thrust, check left. Yeah, it's it might become a bit dark once we're landing. Let's see. We'll turn around this way to avoid hitting the other aircraft. And we have someone coming in for landing there, and an EasyJet going away for departure probably. And we're now trying to just taxi away from here. Slowly and steadily. We'll turn a bit to the left to avoid any obstacles, etc. Auto brake max. Takeoff config normal. We have predictive wind shear off. So let's put that on, and I'm also.
We're prepared for takeoff.
Look at that. We have some weather being picked up. Talking about that, we're also gonna put this on just so we don't forget. Right was clear and left is sufficiently clear. So straight, then right. Let me just double check that I'm not doing anything. Yeah. So then right and then left on the next one. Yeah, looks like you can go through there. That's good. That's Norman.
Hello, it's Norman. Let's cabin secure for takeoff. Thank you.
So yeah, a bit of yellow weather, but nothing too bad.
Hold short runway 23 right, Skyways 4003.
And they want us to hold short probably because we have an incoming plane. Or because we have someone taking off.
Skyways 4003.
Yeah, we got clearance to cross.
Runway 23 right.
What's that? That's an ERJ, right? 145 Loganair. That's cool. And what do we have there? Iberia. And a EasyJet. So we'll have ample time to cross before the AI starts doing their shenanigans. One thing we did forget was the chrono. Easily forgotten. Is it oh yeah, I paused it. Let's get it going. We can also do it down here, because why not? And we should have actually put on our landing lights and strobe. But otherwise it's looking good. Look at those lights. Should be fun to do some night flying with this one. I need to do that more often. It's not the best night environment. I need to get that 3D night lights add-on. Looks very good. By living airports, but I haven't had time, nor wanted to spend the extra 30 euros for that. Is there any planes here? No, that's good. Anyone coming in to land? No, that's good. So let's ask for takeoff clearance. We have all the lights on, so that's perfect. So we can just do a rolling start basically. We need to get a bit closer for pilot to see to notice that we are here. I will get the handover. Skyway is 4003, ready for takeoff.
Skyways 4003, contact Manchester Tower on 118.62.
Tower on 118.62 Skyways.
It is a bit
4003.
dark though, so I'm wondering if we should already put on some night light. Yeah, probably for the best put on some of them night lights. Or panel lights maybe. That's the panel lights.
Manchester Airport Information Foxtrot.
Okay.
520 local winds are 250 at 14 knots. Visibility 6 miles. Skies clear. Temperature 21.
Why did we go back to 80s? We're supposed to be on 118.625.
23 left, 23 right.
Skyways 4003, ready for takeoff. Okay, we got clearance to take off. I don't know why it's acting up sometimes, this Copilot. It's always in the UK as well. Let's keep that for the outside viewpoint. Okay. Okay, let's just go basically. So we are gonna just line up here somewhat nicely. Good enough. There we have another plane that departed. And we're gonna have that one on terrain, just to make sure that it's all good. Command flex. And SRS and runaway, I think it should say, if it's all correctly set. 100 knots. V1. Rotate. Okay. Positive rate. Gear coming up. Yeah, looking good. The beautiful True Earth UK. We can already go to flaps 2. So we're gonna over stress the flaps otherwise, or over speed. Oh, and I guess that's the water that's disappearing. Okay.
Flaps 1.
We can go flaps 0. Okay, and let's see, we can climb a bit more.
Skyways 4003, contact Manchester Radar Director on 121.35.
Total climb.
Radar Director on 121.35 Skyways 4003.
23 right.
Manchester Airport Information Foxtrot. 520 local winds are 250 at 14 knots.
Let's get a nice
Skies clear. Temperature 21.
picture or an okay one.
Current QNH is 1004. Arriving and departing runway 23 left.
Looks very good with kind of evening and dusk and how it reacts with the water in P3D.
520 local winds are 250.
Okay, there was us on 121. God, pilot ADC is not working as it should.
Temperature 21. Dew point 9.
Radar director Skyways 4003 climbing to flight level 090.
Okay, we're above 5,000.
Skyways 4003, good evening.
So we can go to standard.
Skyways 4003 slow to 250 knots or less.
Wilco Skyways 4003.
It's a very short flight, this one. It's only 150 nautical miles.
003 climb and maintain flight level 090.
090.
Skyways 4003.
So I mean, technically, let's try to break the, sorry, not that. We wanna not speed either. It's this one, right? Let's climb a bit quicker. I can keep that on the VNav. So we're gonna climb to 9,000. I think I did put them to ignore the SID altitude things for the 80s, just so we can climb a bit faster. Because I think in real life they're more kind of prone to give you higher clearances. Like you have the standard SID that you're supposed to follow, but then usually they'll clear you up faster. Otherwise you'll get stuck like 40 nautical miles flying at 5,000 feet. Maybe it could be the case that it's often like that, but based on what I've seen, it's not that common. One thing we should turn off is these. Oh, I forgot to put that to take off. Small mistake.
Climb and maintain flight level 150 Skyways 4003.
150.
Skyways 4003 maintain flight level.
Maybe it is raining because we're seeing the rain effects on the window. Okay, let's see. We're gonna turn here. Flying through these not too bad clouds, probably from that storm that came over from the US but didn't really make landfall. I'm already gonna put that on medium. We can keep that on armed. Okay, we're gonna cross 10,000 feet. So landing lights coming off. And we are continuing to climb. I am gonna decrease our climb rate a bit so we can just speed up instead. Yeah, it looks pretty nice though, flying within the clouds. I still think the 2D clouds does a really good job at that. You can see the variety sometimes. And it doesn't just look weird. Even though I think P3D with the volumetric ones looks pretty good when you're in the cloud, it's X-Plane that has these weird effects. At Utuxa we're supposed to only be at... Well, actually we're supposed to be at 150. Let's see how long we'll be flying in this cloud. So probably gonna be that long.
Skyways 4003 contact Manchester Centre on 118.77.
We're really speeding up.
118.77 Skyways 4003.
It's gonna be quite a basic one. Wait, let me see. It appears you're on the wrong frequency. Now we're on the right one. Okay, that's odd. But yeah, since it's just straight, we can just do the autopilot. It appears you're on the wrong frequency. Wait, let me see. Central 117.
Skyways 4003 expect the Han 1 hotel.
Now we're on the
arrival
right
with the
one.
Han transition for the ILS approach to runway 27 left with the BNN transition.
Okay, I'm
at
tired of
Heathrow
this
Airport.
co-pilot
Expect the Han 1
auto-tuning
hotel
the radio
arrival with
wrong.
the Han transition for the ILS approach to runway 27 left with the
Maybe I'll
BNN
just turn it
transition
off.
Skyways 4003.
Oh, but you need to have him on in order to him to auto-respond. Ah, so annoying. Okay, so you can't get everything that you want. Okay, things are though looking good, so that's nice. And I'm actually just quickly gonna pause and I'll be right back. So 1 second. There we go. So now that I've been able to take care of work and emails, busy bee, we can focus on getting this plane safely to Heathrow. Yeah, look at this beauty, flying very nicely. I'm gonna check that our car system is working. It is, and it's looking good as well on the on Pilot TDC. We just need to remember to change the the radios ourselves. But apart from that, it should be good. Okay, we still have 132. I think we could have flown a bit higher. I'm a bit surprised they didn't want us to go any higher. But okay, we can accept that. Let's increase the gain a bit and increase the tilt. Seems like it's raining. That's cool. Talking about that, what's actually the weather briefing for our destination? It's stating there's some risk of icing, but it's much higher at 26,000 feet, so we should be fine. Okay, we're now seemingly gonna come out of the cloud. Pack X wants to start the snack service, so we'll remove the seatbelt sign. Yeah, looking pretty good. The only thing I don't like about the 2D one is that they look a bit off in color. You don't get the same effects with the enhanced atmospherics, which is a bit annoying. Which airport is that one? That must be Birmingham, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Birmingham. So we're gonna fly straight above Birmingham. An airport we have flown a bit from and to. But not for a while now. Okay, let's see. Is there anything we need to think? We can start maybe preparing actually for the inevitable descent. It's already about 100 nautical miles, or actually now less than 100 nautical miles before we're gonna land, so
Skyways for 003
might be good to prepare.
via the Han 1H arrival with the Han transition to flight level 060 QNH is 1005 at Manchester Airport.
Yeah, we got the descent
Descend via
clearance
the Han
now.
1H arrival with the Han transition to flight level 060
Question is,
QNH
when do they want us to
1005
start
Skyways
descending?
4003.
Not anytime soon. It's around Sopit, so we have some time, but better to get it populated than to wait with it. I'm gonna move this to the side. So wind at 210 at 12 knots. Temperature of 21 degrees Celsius. QNH of 10. Oh, did I by mistake move the... Yeah, I did. Now we're on speed. Okay, yeah, we don't wanna go too fast, even though that does save us some time. Okay, we have the QNH. And what about our other factors? So we're doing the ILS one, 277. 272, missed approach, climb straight ahead. Climb, turn left on track 150 to 2000 feet. So 277. Barrow. There we go. And what was actually the WAP speed? 132. Yeah, that sounds good. How does it look here? It looks good. So yeah, things are looking solid enough.
Skyways 4003 contact London Control on 118.47.
Control on 118.47 Skyways 4003.
Okay. Control on
Control
111.
Skyways
Oh, it moved to the
4003
correct one.
descending via the
That's
Han
good.
1H arrival with the Han
Happy
transition to
days.
flight level 060.
060 is the flight level. Let's put that in so we are prepared to change soon enough. There's really no rush, so that's good. We're once again in the clouds. Hopefully soon out of the clouds, but let's see. What was the weather at Heathrow anyway? In terms of precipitation, non-reported. That's good. Okay, so about 11 minutes until we're gonna be landing, if all works out well. I must say, from above, London looks like a really beautiful city. Like a lot of variety in the buildings. One thing I do wonder though is how good, because I've heard some, nightmare scenarios with the UK, like the way they build their buildings there, it's not really up to par with, let's say, Scandinavia. Even though I can understand to some extent you don't need to have the same one, right? If you have a warmer climate, but
Skyways 4003,
UK isn't maybe
you are
that
48
warm.
nautical miles northwest of the airport. QNH is 1007 cleared, direct Bravo November then cleared for the ILS approach to runway 27
Okay,
left
I
with
think
the
it's
VNN
time to
transition at
start the
Heathrow Airport.
descent.
Contact Heathrow radar director on 119.72.
QNH is
So
1007 cleared direct Bravo November
and
then
the
cleared
descent
for the
is
ILS
starting.
approach to runway 27 left with the VNN transition at Heathrow Airport radar director
think.
on 119.72 Skyways 4003.
Or is it after Sopit?
Radar director Skyways 4003 inbound for ILS approach runway 27 left with the VNN transition.
Because Sopit is at 1005. I don't understand. Let's see if we start descending after the next one. There's a bit of clouds here. A lot of variety, a lot of different levels of cloud, which is nice to see. Is our descent... Oh no, we're slowing down. That's probably why we haven't started our descent. We're a bit high though. I do not approve. Okay, let's see when we're at 250 knots. So that's good, I guess. We're still far away from the airport though. Okay, let's see. Are we starting to descend? Now we have descent. And now we're starting. So let's see if we can catch up. We have a slight deviation. Let's have a look at the map as well. Yeah, we can see there's some nasty weather here and there, but nothing too crazy. Same in the US. We can see airports that are close by, so that's nice. Oh yeah, here you can change the viewpoints. Is this showing who is online, or am I being Maastricht radar? Oh, I don't know. Interesting though. Are we still descending somewhat nicely? Yeah, and we are slowing down. It's very slow speeds around here. So that's very interesting. Okay.
United 106, 410.
United 106, hello, you're
What's next? Just waiting for this slow slugging fest to end. Yeah, maybe not the most interesting approach. We can see other aircraft, that's cool. A Neo. A320s, yeah, that's nice. Any way to change the map further? I don't think so. Embraer 190, 738, ATR 76. Okay. So yeah, seeing some action around our flight path. Let's avoid clicking on DFB too much. It will just end up with us crashing. Yeah, time to put the seatbelt sign on. We're gonna cross 10,000 feet. Landing lights can go on. You can see that the lights have started to be turned on, I think. Or is it just actually maybe it's just the reflection. Yeah, it's probably just the light effect. Yeah, that's pretty cool. You would think you would be able to see it at dusk, right? Because they usually turn it a bit earlier than before it becomes really dark. Okay. Now we can see the airport here. So slow and steady, we can start to see downtown London there in the pretty close vicinity. Actually, we might not cross it completely. And I think, yeah, maybe I guess downtown London is a bit stretched out here, but let's see. I wish I could have a little bit of a better computer, and then you could see basically everything. I used to have a higher setting, but then when I switched to the 3 screens, I had to put it down a bit. And there we have London City Airport. At least those lights are on, that's for sure. Did we get any further clearance? I guess we got the clearance ILS approach. Yeah, so I guess we technically have been cleared. Let's have a quick look here. We want to be down at 2,800. So let's put that in here. Let's have a look on the outside. How does it look? It looks pretty nice. That should be a medium. That should be armed. Anything else we need to do? It's gonna be a bit laggy just because it's London. I think London is probably one of the worst places to fly into. Maybe that then. Chicago is pretty awful as well, even though there is water, so that does help a bit with the loading. Okay, we are turning a bit. We are flying very slowly. So let's see if we'll have to drop the flaps sooner rather than later. We will probably have to drop it here at our next waypoint, otherwise we won't be able to go that slow without risking a stall or going into the yellow, soon to be red tape. And even though I guess True Earth is like a picture of London in 2018 or 2017 or whenever they took the photoreal, it's still cool. I mean, I was in London back in 2018, right? Cool to think that this is like kind of how it looked back then. There will always be difference, right? The houses won't be exactly the same unless you're using like what's it called, photogrammetry or something. Probably butchered that. But yeah, you get what I'm saying. Oh, look at that, now the lights turned on. Brought the city up to life. Not all the buildings though, but a few of them. I think I think it was one of these buildings. I was on this side, I remember. We came through Gatwick and then, because we were very close, it could have been this building here actually. It was somewhere here I was. Can't remember. It's too long ago. Time flies fast. 7, goddamn, soon 8 years ago. Not even fun anymore. Okay. But I guess that's part of life. Transition altitude is probably 5,000, right? Not gonna question that. What did we say? It was like... Don't know why this one is always jumping or resetting. 1007. 1007 and 1007. I'm really happy that I finally got a flight. Or had time to do a flight. I was wanting to do one yesterday, but I was so tired, and then, you know, work started popping in. Yeah, not the best. We'll do runway turn of lights. I will do the nose lights. Can also maybe communicate a bit with our packs.
Skyways 4003 QNH is 1007 at Heathrow Airport. Contact Heathrow Tower on 124.47.
QNH is 1007 tower on 124.47.
There's Heathrow as well, looking really nice. It was a long time since I did like a dusk or even a night flight, so it's very nice to see. Looks pretty decent. I don't think it's close to, let's say, Microsoft Flight Sim. It looks pretty nice during the night. But some things look really good in this sim, like the sun, for example. And now I'm using the enhanced atmospherics, right? Okay, so we are cleared to land. And call when established on final. Okay. That makes sense. Let's do the landing system. Approach. Go to flaps 2. Bye bye, Norman. You should be seated, mate. 27 left, and that's the one we are landing at, so that's good. Let me see now. Yeah, we wanna do it like this. I wanna do manual with the thrust. I usually like to start with that. And let's see. Yeah, the sun is a bit in the way, but we don't really have any. I don't think this one is that good, right? Let's try to bring them down. Maybe they can block a bit the sun. Even though it is a bit cool, of course, to have the Skyways 4003 established on final.
Skyways 4003
Back
clear
to
land
medium.
runway 27 left.
We're
Clear
gonna
to
go
land
to
runway
flaps
27
full.
left Skyways 4003.
We're gonna take manual control of this bird. Try to get this down. And let's see if I still remember how. I must say, like, the really well made planes in P3D remind me a lot of how the flying is in X-Plane, which to me does give a lot of credit to X-Plane's flight model. It's very good, the default one, that is. Of course, but I guess I think most of them are using the default one. I'm trying to think if Tolis or one of these are using some specific one, but probably not. I think we can remove that, the sun isn't too bad. So many buildings, but it looks amazing. It would be nice to see the cars as well, there would be a lot of lights. But I don't want to add them because of the frame rate hit, it's not really worth it. Adding a bit of thrust, just to make sure we're not gonna be at risk of stalling or going too slow. We have landing clearance. Everything is set up, spoilers, etc. So that's good. Seems to be 2 of those puppies. Maybe it's a redundancy system. Wouldn't surprise me. Probably good to have at these big airports. Imagine now if Heathrow had a power failure. Probably a go around, right? Okay, let's slow down a bit. It's looking pretty good. 300, 100 above. Slowing down a bit more. We're a bit high. 200. Continue.
100.
We're a bit unstable there, but we should be able to solve this.
30, 20, retard, retard, retard,
Oh.
retard.
Okay, maybe a bit of a hard landing. Hopefully we didn't hit the tail. Okay, let's disconnect and go to manual braking. Ooh, that was quick. Very quick. Let's have a look. Can we see on the sky track? It could be that this airline doesn't really check your landing rates, which I guess has a benefit in times like these. I do like the ones that check it, not that they have to judge you on it, but just from like a statistics perspective. It's interesting to see how you're flying for different. Okay, we're being handed over to Heathrow ground. I'll do the APU. We're gonna turn off the lights, strobes. Okay. What's going on with Heathrow though? Or maybe it looks like this. It just looks very similar to how default. Huh. There's definitely some bug going on. I'm too tired to. I don't understand. What is it, like the AFCAD? I don't get it. Could be that I need to double check some of my installations. Always some issue with something, right? Because that looks like the default airport on top of Heathrow. Okay, we probably have that one, or the flap. It's probably open, so we can start the APU. I'm just gonna park at the first one. I have to have a check at what's going on with the airport. Seems a bit weird. Skyways 4003, ready to taxi. Let's see, it's probably thinking.
Bonjour, FSLabs Uniform Hotel Taxi Alpha 44 via Zulu.
But yeah, let's see if I can find.
Skyways 4003 taxi to stand tree 07 via taxiway Lima 34.
Taxi to stand tree 07 via taxiway Lima 34, Skyways 4003.
Could be that Orbex England. Could be the issue. I don't usually land at Heathrow, right? So I'm gonna need to check that.
905 and you can cross to Zulu 2.
Clear to cross, 02, 2905 Delta 1 coming.
Yeah, let's have a look if maybe the Orbex through Earth is messing with it. Since I don't land too often, I think. Yeah, it's easy to kind of miss. We'll just stop here at this right one, I think. Yeah, you can definitely see the default one kind of bleeding through. That's a bit unfortunate, but could be worse. Let's not lie, it could be worse. We'll put on the APU bleed, don't need that. Let's turn those off so we don't blind the people on the ground. And we'll just turn here on 309. And let's check. We'll close pilot to ADC as well, just so we minimize any risk of stuttering or similar. And then I'll have to have a look. But I have so many issues. I was originally going to do a Dublin Manchester flight, but there I've also had some issue. The AFCAD is like totally wrong now. And I fixed it like a couple of months ago, so yeah, I have no clue. No clue what's going on. Okay, let's see, at least that the gate, what would you call it? The VDGS is assisting us with our parking. Stop. Now we can stop, that's fine by me. We can also shut the engines. And yeah, I think that should be it. A bit weird with that, because I also fixed dynamic lighting for this airport. It doesn't seem to be implemented here, but that could also be due to the bleed through of the default buildings. Look how ugly they are if you compare to, let's say, X-Plane. Yeah, not the best. Okay, we have stopped. We have set the parking brake. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna file the recording. So I'm gonna stop it. So stop the recording. We can submit it. And then we'll actually, before we watch the replay, we'll just make sure that we have the seat belts off. We have the deboarding, we'll end flight 377, so yeah, not our best landing, but not surprised. Let's see if this is way too back. Yeah, this was a bit extreme. We can do maybe like 410 might be enough. Yeah, this will be enough. Yeah, very annoying with the... Now you can't see the default buildings. Or can you? Maybe you can, I'm not sure. Okay, but the landing approach was fine. Maybe a bit bad at the end. The landing, yeah, we hit it a bit and then we flared too little too late. I was, yeah, not the best landing, let's put it that way. Not the worst, but not the best one either. Could have been better. Yeah, now we can see the default ones. Ah, so annoying. Oh yeah, and because we didn't have the lights, This is one of those annoying things with P3D, with replays. It's not kind of connected to the sim. Let's see if we can unpause the sim. Maybe we can't. Yeah, you know, always something that has to be. There we go. At least I was able to unpause it. So you would have to put everything on. And now I think if we did the same landing video, I think, yeah, we would see the lights. So that's a bit of a bummer. But yeah, it looks much cooler, right? When you have, you know, this is how it looks when you're actually landing. But yeah, thank you all for watching this short video. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below. Wasn't maybe my best video. Had to, you know, leave in between, etc. Work. Always messing things up, but it was fun to at least get a flight. And of course, annoying with these hiccups with the default buildings. But oh well. You know, another thing to solve. But yeah, thank you again for watching, and bye bye.